cost of mishire is 120% of the salary of the person. And if you see a person sneak through your company and figure out a way to get into this company with the wrong value, fire them. Actually, is this costing you 10% of your company? You know what it is? Mishire. Mishire is worth a lot of money. If you're hiring the wrong person for your company, you lost a lot of money. You lost a lot of money. I'm going to explain how much it is. But at the end of this video, you will know exactly how to save 10% of your revenue, 10% of the revenue that you're wasting today by hiring the wrong people into the company. And I'm going to tell you the 3 reasons and 3 steps that you could use to hire the right people. So first of all, let's start with the huge thing. The cost of mishire is 120% of the salary of the person. And you're like, oh, that's so true. It's almost 1 month's salary. No, not 1 month. It's 120% of 1 year's salary, the annual salary of the person. Isn't that crazy? Statistically, it's proven that the cost of a mishire is 1.2 times the annual salary of the person. It's crazy. You know why? Because of the the hiring cost, you gave it to a consultant, and then there is an engagement cost, and then they are not disengaging, and then you have to sit with them, and you have to do the documentation, and then you have to fire them, and then you have to hire another person, and there is a time for hiring. And then imagine that you have a plane that is about to take off, and you're going on the runway, you're very excited, it's going, then it's about to go up, and FAA or the air travel is letting you know, you cannot fly, you cannot take off, you need to hold on, and you're like going back, and you're like, okay, ready to go, and all of a sudden you keep going, and when you're closer to take off, you look like, yo, no, wait, yo, buddy, wait, we cannot take off, and then you go back again. That is what is happening when you have to hire the wrong person. Because when you're about to take off, that person left, and all of a sudden you cannot take off. The pilot left. Pilot is like gone because he doesn't know how to fly. He's not the right person to fly. Or the air hostess left, or something happened, you cannot take it off. Or the mechanic didn't fix the engine properly. Do you understand what I mean? So make sure that you hire the right people. So for that, what you do is you hire for values. So find out what you value most as a company. What are your core values? What is really important for you as an organization? And for that value, find a person who matches that value. So that's how you hire the right people. So find people who matches your value. So how do you find out your value? You find out your value by asking the question, what is most important in my business? That's your value, your personal value for your business. Same way, find the value for your company and find the value for an employee and find out if the values are matching. If they're matching, they're a good fit. If they're not matching, they're not a good fit. What does that mean? It means that if they have a different value, if you have integrity and they compromise on quality, on everything, you're not going to be a good match. 6 months from now, he will spoil your business and you will be in a really bad shape. You obsess over customer. They're like, customer. You just manipulate them. You just manage them. You just do the basic things. And what happens is that guy will destroy your business. And you will be like, oh my gosh, why did I hire this guy? That's why you should hire for values. And you're like, how do I find the value for one of my employees, potential employees when I'm hiring? By asking the question, what is most important in your career? What is most important in your career? And they're like, oh, okay. How do you know when you get there? Right? You ask these 2 questions. All of a sudden, they'll tell you the value and they'll tell you the recipe to get to that value. They're like, integrity is really important for me. Success is really important for me. So how do you know when you're successful? And whatever answer they give you, that is what they value, and that's how they know they achieved that value of success. When I'm making $1 million a year, then I know I'm successful. Do you see that? So when they say that, they're telling you the value and the recipe to get to that value. So once you know that, then you know your value and your recipe to get to that value, your company's value and your recipe to get to that value, and you know their value and their recipe to get to that value. You match them. All of a sudden, what happens is you have a value match, and because of that, this is the right person for the company. That will save you 10% of your company. And if you see a person sneak through your company and figure out a way to get into this company with the wrong value, fire them. Fire them fast. And if you don't fire them, it's like the rotten apple. That rotten apple can destroy the entire 2000 apple. Just one apple. Can you imagine that? Just one freaking apple just came in, you put it inside the 2000 apple, it spoiled 6 of them around, then the 60 of them, 600 of them, the entire 2000 apple is spoiled. Why? Because there was one wrong apple. So fire fast. The 3 steps to save 10% of revenue that is lost today in mishire. 1, cost. Understand the cost of mishire is 120% and take it seriously. I did an entire video on how to hire like Steve Jobs. And the second thing that you do is hire values, hire based on values. And the final thing is fire fast. If you see that even if they trick into your system, figure out a way to get inside your system, they're genuinely not a sheep, genuinely not a sheep, and they are like a wolf under the sheep. Imagine that. I'm not asking that you should hire sheep, but imagine that you are looking for sheep, and this is a wolf with the pretension of a sheep, like with the skin of a sheep. Then you find out, just fire them right away. Figure out a way to exit the thing and be done with that. And that's it. That's how you save 10% of your revenue that you're wasting right now by doing mishires. And we need to get rid of that and start hiring the right people starting today. See you on another video with another fascinating topic that could grow and scale your business to the next level. Talk to you soon.